Hi everyone, thank you for being here. We're going to take a look at this new moon partial solar eclipse in Virgo at 29 degrees and 5 minutes. It will occur at 3:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on September 21st, 2025. Now, intense changes and new life cycles beginning where you have Virgo at 29 degrees and 5 minutes. This eclipse is at an anaretic degree, which could make you feel a sense of urgency to begin a new lifestyle. There could even be fated events that happen to make these new lifestyles occur. One that is involving work, your health, your wellness, or daily routine that will support you on your journey to your authentic self. The South Node is in Virgo and is also helping you to release old ways that do not serve you any longer. Fated events are activated with these eclipse energies that can allow old soul contracts to fall away and new ones to take their place. Now let's take a look at the cosmos. So Mercury is in Libra at 5 degrees and 58 minutes, balancing our focus, thoughts, and communication. It may bring communication from outside sources for fair circumstances. Venus is in Virgo at 2 degrees and 48 minutes, and Venus will support Mercury as an amplifier of balance and harmony for our lifestyle, relationships, and money. Uranus retrograde is in Gemini, and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius will be joining Mercury in a grand air trine. This will support us in this change of liberation and freedom, which is Uranus, by transforming and rebirthing our thoughts and communication for us to have fated events to happen with this new moon eclipse in Virgo. I'm going to go over all the signs. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising sign to get a full picture of how this is happening within your world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi Pisces, I hope you're doing well today. This is for Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. We're going to take a look at this Virgo new moon eclipse that is happening in your 7th house. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so the 7th house is marriage partners, spouses, significant others, relationships with one-on-one relationships such as best friends, collaborations, contracts, alliances, commitments, agreements with other people, business associations, business relationships, therapists, clients, and open enemies. Okay, so with Virgo activated, this is including a lifestyle, a well-being, a health situation. This could also be a pet situation. Co-workers are included with Virgo, service to others, and detail orientation. Okay, so we're going to alchemize both energies here. This could look like the person that you're in relationship with is having a new lifestyle, or you're having a new lifestyle that includes another person, right? That maybe you and your marriage partner are choosing to work out together or get healthier or do something in a wellness aspect. Same with friendships. That could be it. It could be that you have a different day-to-day routine that deals with clients, that you're getting more clients because this is a new beginning, and this Virgo new moon eclipse is at 29 degrees, which is an anaretic degree, okay? So this is the beginning of that trajectory or path that you're supposed to be on. And this could be that you're working with other people in regards to relationships. That could be it. If you are a person that is a healer, this could be that you are doing like astrology readings and tarot readings revolving around relationships. This could be a new business association that comes out for work. This could also be that if you are a person that deals with contracts, that contracts are coming in or agreements are coming in, collaborations are coming in. This could be that there's a change in lifestyle for you and your significant other revolving around maybe a lease agreement or revolving around a business association, right? Or revolving around clients. That could be it if you work with your partner. This could also be a situation of a new lifestyle for your partner's health, that maybe they're changing their diet, or maybe your best friend is doing the same thing, right? Changing their diet or changing the way that they're doing things on a daily basis. Now, this could also be a situation to where you're having to help those people, all right, because service to others is activated. And it could either be clients that you're doing a new type of service to clients, or this could be a situation that you're helping your significant other or partner. And it could be on a health situation that they're having, or it could just be that you're interacting with that relationship in a different manner. And you're doing this on a daily basis. And it could have been mercurial, right? Of there's some type of enlightenment that came to you revolving around having to work on the relationship, and that could be it, okay? It could also be with Virgo activated, organizing and detail orientation, that you and the other person, whomever is significant within your world, you guys are cleaning out things of the relationship or cleaning out things in general, right? You could actually have a service to where it's a cleaning service, or it's a health service, right, to other people because clients are involved, or some type of pet service of sorts. Doesn't necessarily have to be small pets. I only say that because whenever I had the 6th house activated with, because 6th house is Virgo in astrology, and it includes pets, right? That I had gotten cattle. So it doesn't necessarily have to be small pets. Some people indicate whether, what size the pets are. Bigger than a goat or smaller than whatever, it doesn't have to necessarily be that. So pets in general can be anything that you love that is an animal. Okay. So anyways, this could be a situation to where your partner's work or employment is changing, and it creates a new lifestyle for you. Or the same thing goes for best friends, right? Because whenever you guys, if you don't have jobs, then your best friend gets a job. It does create a new type of lifestyle for you, right? Because you're adapting to new things. I'm seeing if there's anything else here. Co-workers are activated, and you could be receiving new co-workers within that job set, or this could be a situation of you understanding how to communicate and receive communication from other co-workers, okay, on an intellectual level, right? Virgo is very analytical, and it's also activated with Mercury. And Mercury being activated, which will be in Libra. I'm going to talk about Mercury. So let's go to Mercury so we can look at any type of communication that could be coming toward you, all right? So Mercury is communication, and not just communication coming from outside sources. It can also be communication to yourself. Mercury is activated in Libra, which is bringing in harmony, balance, and justice, right? With Libra activated. Libra is also considered relationships, and it is the definition of that relationship house of the 7th, of your significant others, of business associations, collaborations, and agreements with other people, and clients, right? So, and therapists, by the way. 8th house is shared resources, is finances. It can also be loans of some sort. It can be transformation, and your psyche is activated with the 8th house. Death and rebirth is also activated with the 8th house, right? It could be situations of hidden knowledge, taboo topics, astrology and tarot, esoteric knowledge. Divorces are also activated, okay? Soulmates merging together, legal matters, crisis, debts, taxes, and government and grants is activated. I'm seeing if there's anything else. I think I said soulmates merging together, but I'm going to say it again if I didn't. Soulmates merging together, and long-term finances and investments. But with the 8th house with Libra and Mercury activated, this could be communication coming from a spouse. This could be coming from some type of financial something that deals with you and another, right? So it could be a collaboration. Like, how can I explain this? This could act out as you and a partner getting shared resources, and you're getting communication in regards to that, and therefore it changes your lifestyle, right? And shared resources could come from the government. It could come from, you gaining taxes or getting taxes back, or something that deals with taxes in general. It could be that it's other people's resources. It could be an inheritance, right? It could also be a loan of some sort. Loans are activated with the 8th house, that you're getting communication in regards to that loan or about gaining a loan, okay? It will affect you guys, your lifestyle and situations of work, right? It's also considered investments and long-term finances, that maybe your spouse or the person that's significant in your world, if there's someone significant in your world, this is harmony and balance coming in, okay? So maybe there's communication in regards to a long-term finance or investment that pulls through, okay? And therefore, it changes things for you. Now, soulmates merging together is activated with Mercury, and you can figure out that, you found your soulmate, and therefore you're getting married. And when that happens, that lifestyle changes in that 7th house, right? Of you are now married, or you are, now in a more intimate relationship with the other person, okay? But soulmates merging together is activated with Mercury, and it will be communicated to you if that's the case, okay? And transformation is activated, and this could just look like an overall communication coming in of transformation happening. It doesn't necessarily have to include 8th house affiliations, but it is going to affect your relationships, how you relate to other people. It may even affect your psyche, some type of transformation of your psyche, like an upgrade or an epiphany or some type of idea that comes through, right? To bring balance, harmony, and justice back into your world, okay? I do want to say, too, that death and rebirth is activated, of course. Inheritance is activated with the 8th house. So there could be some type of inheritance communicated to you or to the other person. Rebirth is activated as a birth, okay? And that could be that a birth is communicated, that you tell your partner that you're pregnant, or, you know, vice versa. But that's not in all cases. I'm just, you know, explaining the houses here. So this could also be a situation of your relationship is becoming more involved with esoteric knowledge or taboo topics. Like you guys are starting to watch Gaia or something like that, right? Because it's mercurial. And this could be that it broadens your relationship lifestyle in such a way to where it's upgrading, okay? Because you're connecting more. This could also be a situation of business association or business partnerships that are in that 7th house connected to the 8th. And it could be that, like you could get an angel investor for your business or something like that, or an investor for your business during this time, if that's something that you had been looking into. Contracts and agreements and affiliations with other people is in the 7th. And the 8th house deals with investments, long-term finances, and shared resources from other people. So this could be that you're gaining that investment that's needed for that business association. Or this could be a situation of your service to other people that deals with work, right? The service that you do in work is changing. And it's becoming something different within your daily routine and your daily work. And so it could just be a transformation, or it could be that you're using communication more, right? Or you're getting results from communication, and therefore that's changing that work situation. If you don't have a job, this could look like you actually getting one, okay? Just to let you know. Because transformation is happening with that Mercury. And Mercury is communication, pushing through to business associations, okay? That you get the interview, right? Or you get the job in general, because transformation is activated. I'm seeing if there's anything else I can tell you. Now, I mean, if it's dealing with divorces, right? This could be that is communicated to you that a divorce is wanted, needed, what have you. Or it could be a situation to where you're thinking about it, and therefore, you know, you're placing upon those lifestyle changes. It really depends on the situation, right? And if you already have planets in these houses, the 7th and 8th, that are interacting with each other at this time. But all in all, this new moon is supposed to be bigger than a regular new moon, right? It's supposed to like bring out those new beginnings, more so that it affects you for the next 6 months. The energy is supposed to be staged for the next 6 months, but it's a change. It's connected to those outer planets that are very subtle, okay? And this change is the initiation of the beginning of those planets, because they are at the smallest degrees, right? So let's look into, I want to look into Venus, so that you get a little taste of what Venus is coming through as in Virgo, okay? Because Venus brings in money, it brings in harmony, it brings in justice, okay? It brings in balance, and it's happening in the 7th, right? In those relationships. So if that separation or divorce is needed, it was, you know, Venus is activating that justice for you. And with Virgo activated, you will do your due diligence to get all the details that are necessary. Do you understand? Right? Oh. So, you have Venus on your side in the 7th house. And then it's going to go into the 8th. Okay? To where you get the shared resources, right? It brings in balance and harmony within that situation. Anyways, so 7th house is also those clients. So this could be a time to where money is coming from clients, or gifts are coming from a significant other. It could be that it's something that you do on a daily, that maybe your significant other gets you a massage, right? Or gets you, because that deals with health, or gets you something that you do on a daily basis, right? Nothing really comes to mind for, you know, the daily routine. For my daily routine, it would be crystals. So my partner would get me crystals, you know, that I could use on a daily basis, or tarot cards, right? Anyways, this could also be a situation to where a Venus activates that balance and harmony coming through with servicing the other person. It doesn't necessarily have to be your lover. It could be a best friend. It could be those people that are close to you, or clients, right? But servicing others is activated with Virgo, and Venus is bringing in that balance and harmony on how much energy that you push toward those people, how much love you push toward those people, right? Do you need to pull back a little bit and put some boundaries on that? You know what I mean? So Venus is going to bring in balance and harmony on how much is good for you, okay? And justice will come in for those that are overbearing or energetic vampires, if you were, right? So organizing and detail orientation is activated with Venus. And this could be that she's bringing in more of a clear list of what's needed for your love life, okay? Of maybe on a daily routine, you implement communication more so than you used to with your significant other or with that best friend to get closer. Or this could just deal with clients, right? That you have more communication coming in with clients, and therefore that relationship, client to owner relationship, gets better. Does that make any sense? That communication is changing to have more of a Venusian taste to it, to where they get sucked in, or you seem or deem attractive toward clients, okay? This could also be that Venus is bringing in a better health situation for you. And maybe you were waiting on your partner to make the initiative action with health, and it could deal with food, all right? Because Venus is food. Venus is also the ruler over Taurus, so that's food. And there's a healthier way of being because of the food that you're cooking or that your partner is cooking, right? And that becomes, you know, within that daily routine. And diets are a thing too, right? So it could be that you and your partner are going on a diet, or you're not eating sugar as much, or you're just eating healthier. Okay, so I want to look at the grand air trine that is happening. So we have Mercury activated, and Mercury is in Libra, okay? And then we have Uranus and Gemini. If you haven't watched that video, please do. It's in my playlist. And also Pluto in the 12th with Aquarius. Now, Uranus and Pluto, they're retrograde, which is redoing, reassessing, revising situations of change, of what needs to change, of liberation and freedom, thoughts of change, right? Transformation of your connections, okay? So let's look at this. I'm going to show you this grand trine here. All right, so the 4th house and the 12th house and the 8th is activated. The 4th house with Gemini and Uranus, there's something coming out of the 4th house that can liberate and free you from situations that you've been in with that 4th, okay? And this could be, I'm going to tell you the 4th house first. So that's property, home, family, nurturing, mothers, security, sense of belonging, emotional body, and foundation. So what this could look like is that transformation of relationship within your psyche, that you are finding that relationship more emotionally stabilizing, right? Because Uranus is freeing you from situations of maybe that story that's held that you have in regards to past situations. A healing could have been happening. Some type of dark night of the soul happened to where a fear that you had was healed, okay? And Uranus could liberate you and free you from whatever was going on internally in regards to your emotional body. And it could have dealt with Libra associations, such as relationships, marriage, business, right? Business associations. It could have dealt with debt. It could have dealt with all the 8th house stuff of debt, taxes, government, whatever, you know. This could be that Uranus is acting out as liberating you or freeing you from that debt that you had. And it could result in another way or consolidating that debt. And your partner could come up with this idea, or this could be communicated to you from some type of business association that you have, or some type of client, right? Because, you know, you talk to clients and you form a relationship with clients, and sometimes clients can give you some type of enlightenment on the next step that needs to happen, okay? And it could deal with those shared resources, or using the government, or using some type of grant, or, you know, you fill in the blank with the 8th house, some type of transformation from a client. They could give you advice in regards to relationships that actually frees your emotional body and gives you that sense of belonging, right? I mean, sometimes you do talk about personal things with clients, you know. This could also be an association with family, okay? And family could have something to do with that psyche. The relationship that you have with family could be changing. You could be changing that internal dialogue to where you're relating more to family or vice versa, right? That service to another person is being pulled back, and therefore that lifestyle change is happening because maybe you feel freer with your partner because you're not around family so much, you know what I mean? Because sometimes those past associations and things that have happened in the past need to stay there, you know what I mean? Because they can come up and grab you back into the past on a constant basis. And if you're surrounded by it and you're reminded of it so many times, you can't seem to get away from it. It stays in your psyche. So this could be a time to where that changes, and therefore that lifestyle changes. And the lifestyle could deal with maybe not associating yourself so much with family, or maybe just putting boundaries up and putting limitations on connections with family. That could be it. So the fourth house with Gemini. Gemini is aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, nieces, nephews, neighbors, and siblings. It is also the local environment that you grew up in. Okay, so this could just be limiting, you know, going around that area because it reminds you of situations, right? Uranus is trying to free you and liberate you on an internal basis. So also Gemini can be communication. And if you've been wanting a home with your partner, this could look like a situation to where you figure out how to obtain that home. Lifestyle change with you and your significant other, or you with another person, is changing, right? With this new moon eclipse. And it could look like a new lifestyle comes in because you're moving. Gemini is moving. And now it could be due to a situation of inheritance. It could be due to a situation of just gaining a mortgage. Or it could be due to, I'm going over 8th house things, by the way. It could be due to some type of investment or financial gain that comes through. Okay? And that could deal with any type of shared resource. You gain some type of shared resource that helps you move and gain a home. Okay? This trickles to that 12th house of transformation. Okay? I'm going to go over the 12th house so you know what I'm talking about. 12th house is transformation and endings. It can be loss. It can be mediumship and past lives, karma, healing and restoration of any type of past conditioning that you had been put through. Okay? 12th house is also spirituality and soul work. It's enlightenment. It is higher states of consciousness. It is letting go and going with faith and surrendering to the situation. Psychic and intuitive abilities is the 12th house, okay? And self-sabotage and habits is 12th house. And you're dealing with Aquarius things, right? Aquarius is community and groups, clubs, and affiliations that you have. Aquarius is also the internet. It can be socializing, okay? Aquarius has Pluto in it, Pluto retrograde. And Pluto will be changing you for the next 18 to 22 years on an internal and outer level, okay? It will be transforming this house here. It could be that you consistently get enlightened on who to be around. By the end of the transit, though, you will be with your soul tribe. This could be that there will be times where you feel like, especially probably now, of going through the dark night of the soul, okay, to do some inner healing. And this is so that you come out of it either being a healer yourself or a person that can deal with the environment that they're around, because that's Aquarius, right? Groups, clubs, and affiliations, networking. Aquarius being community, right? Being out into the community. Aquarius being connections, okay? Having those connections that are on a soulful level. Do you get what I'm saying? That actually think like you. Because Pisces rules the 12th, okay? Now, hopes and dreams and goals and wishes are Aquarius too. And this could be just the beginning of those actually coming true. But you have to change on the inside for the outside to change. And for you to awaken to those new goals, those new hopes, those new dreams, those wishes, right? To awaken to those, or to understand that 12th house being part of the divine or the universe or God, whatever you believe in, actually has your back for things to actually happen for you. But you have to implement that surrender. You have to implement that healing that's necessary for you to have some type of maybe unconditional love in this case, because we're dealing with a lot of relationship stuff, right? So what this could look like is there could be some type of communication. Now, moms are activated with the 4th house. Mothers, mother figures, and motherhood, all right? And this could be that transformation of being a mom that happens, that's affecting your lifestyle, right? There's changes in your lifestyle because you're becoming a mother. That could happen, or you're thinking about it. This could also be a situation to where your partner tells you that they're pregnant. We have birth activated with the 8th, 4th house being mothers, okay? 12th house being transformations. 8th and 12th houses, transformations. And then you have Pluto involved. And you have Uranus involved. And you have other people involved, 7th house. And then that lifestyle change. So this could be you becoming a mother or a grandmother, right? Some type of mother figure. This could be you being a mother figure to the community or to clubs, networks, and affiliations, right? Being nurturing, being healing, helping others, communicating to others how you healed your emotional body, okay? This could also be communication from a mother that is associated with your partner, so that could be an in-law of some sort, that it transforms things, or communication about a mother that transforms things for you. And therefore your lifestyle changes with that person, okay? This could also be a situation that 12th house being activated with psychic and intuitive abilities connected to the collective and connected to clubs, groups, and affiliations, that you're getting clients, okay, if you're involved in that. Or this could be that you're helping them with their emotional body, right? Being a healer, like I said earlier. Or this could be a situation to where there's a transformation of you gaining a home, of you gaining some type of land or property because you figured out how to get help through the government in some way, shape, or form, or get help through some type of grant. I'm trying to think of any other ways that this could play out, because there's many ways that this could play out, and it could hit, 3 or 4 of them that I've explained thus far, because we can't all predict the transformations that happen. But I can point you in the right direction to where, you know, the houses that it's activating. With it is the 12th, the 8th, and the 4th. Okay? That family is involved, mothers are involved. You have relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, and neighbors involved. Okay? That it's a lot, you know. And it deals with those liberations and freedoms that are changing with Uranus activated in the 4th. Okay? I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Now, your foundation could be changing because of changes that are happening within your community. Sometimes, you know, things happen for a reason. And like this could look like taxes going up. And therefore, you and your partner decide to move. Or this could be a situation of you getting a loan of some sort, and therefore you decide to move. I mean, it could be either. It could be either way. I'm seeing if there's anything else. If there had been times where you didn't have, let me make sure before I say this, you didn't have the means to do something, you're going to find a way to get those shared resources. You're going to find a way to maybe even work in a different manner. Okay, so work is activated with Virgo. All right, clients are activated in that 7th. And this could mean that you're working from home, that there's a transformation of you working from home. That could be it, over the internet, because Aquarius, you know, and Uranus are the internet. 4th house, where Uranus is the internet, and Gemini is media. Gemini is also communication, and communicating at home could be the thing. It could be that you're getting into real estate, or you're getting into some type of small certificate, and you're applying for this from home. You could be doing this over the computer, right? A lot of people get their certificates over the computer. I'm seeing if there's anything else. If you haven't figured out how to, okay, this is where divine intervention is happening, of how to. And it could be that maybe you don't have all the necessary skills, or you think that you don't. There's going to be some type of epiphany that could come through that changes that for you. Whether that's leading you to the necessary communication, or communication coming to you to broaden your perspective, okay, about the situation. Because that's the way that Uranus connected to Mercury, especially Uranus retrograde, right, happens. And Pluto retrograde, of giving you that epiphany, giving you that new perspective, 12th house being activated with the divine, okay, supporting you with that enlightenment. Now, there are many ways that you could receive this. You could receive it, you know, sleeping, or having a vision, or just being on media, and then all of a sudden you come across someone that's talking about it. Okay, so I mean, any type of synchronicities, or anything that's, if you believe in angel numbers, or if you you know, watch people that are doing tarot, what have you, you know what I mean? This is significant for you to understand that the divine can reach you in any way, shape, or form, and put that enlightenment inside of your mind's eye to push you on a better path of your lifestyle or work situation, or how to relate to clients, or how to change that service to others so that your lifestyle changes for the better. Okay? There are resources coming to you, is what I'm trying to say. With Libra activated, it's like justice is prevailing with Mercury. Do you get what I'm saying? So things are coming to you. I'm trying to see if, if you're part of the taboo, this is a great time. I mean, you could actually gain clients here if you're on media. This could also look like, you working within the community. That could happen. Rather than just doing it online, you could be doing it into your direct community. Okay? Your local environment of where you live. And I think that might be about it, Pisces. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.